Okay. Okay. So agenda ಏನಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ. I mean, it's been a while we met. So we can just, I mean, too many things have happened in the past. I don't know if we
You are live.
ಅಲ್ವಾ? Oh, live ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಯಾ? Wait, is it live?
I think ಸೇರಿದಾನೆ ಜೊತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ probably. ವಿನಯ್ ಇದಾನೇನಾ?
Vinay message ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 5 minutes ಅಂತ.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Go ahead and
Okay.
start ಅಂತ. Oh yeah, it is live. Okay. So good. Hello, namaskara ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. This is Cricket Vana again. After a long hiatus, we are back. I have with me Vinod and Somo, the usual suspects. Vinay will be joining us soon, and I am Narayan Kashyap. Thank you, Sridhar, for setting this up. So we'll just start with some initial preview of the new and exciting IPL 2025 that starts in exactly 12 hours from now.
Yeah, exactly, correct.
Yeah.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಣೋ, ನಾಳೆ 3 o'clock game ಕಣೋ.
No, 7. First one night, the opening ceremony ಅದು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? Okay.
Then I think Sunday is the double header. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things have happened in cricket since we last met, but I don't think we'll be touching upon any of those things. You know, there's World Cup, Champions Trophy, Australia Tour, lots of team changes, retirements, controversies, whatnot. But we'll just dive straight to. Sorry?
Divorces and marriages also.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. Marriages and divorce on the field, off the field, in
Off the
family.
field.
Exactly. Everything. A lot of things have happened. We can come back on some of the interesting topics in the future.
Yeah.
But for now, I think the whole world is glued upon the IPL 2025. That's starting in 12 hours in Kolkata, the home of the reigning champions, KKR, and they will be taking on RCB. So the first ever IPL game that happened in Bangalore 2008 was KKR versus RCB, and this is only the second time those two teams are starting the season opener.
Starting the season, yeah.
Yeah. So if
it's the McCullum's 100, right?
exactly, yeah. So if that game is any benchmark to go with, we should have an exciting game tomorrow. Let's see, or tonight if you are already in India. But anyway, a lot of things have changed. We now have 10 teams. There was a mega auction a few months ago with a few retentions and right to match. And so I myself still don't know the exact teams. I mean, sometimes the other player ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋದ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಟೀಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು. I mean, I don't know who is where, but I just started looking it up this week, and so I'm slightly better off with what they are. And you can see behind me, these are the 10 captains. 5 of them are new compared to what it was last year, although one of them is the winning captain, who surprisingly is now going to captain a different team. Shreyas Iyer is going to captain Punjab, and he's teamed up with Ricky Ponting again. And for some weird reason, they took back Maxwell, although Maxwell explicitly said he hates Punjab environment, in the interview last year. Anyway, so Sanju Samson, Shubman Gill, Pat Cummins, Ruturaj Gaikwad, and Hardik Pandya are the continuing captains, whereas we have Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer returning as captain, but for different teams, and we have 3 new captains: Akshar Patel for Delhi, Rajat Patitar for Bangalore, and Rahane for KKR, although I believe he captained RR for a while.
Yes.
Maybe.
I think probably very briefly, if I remember.
Maybe as a stand-in, I'm not sure if
stand-in. I don't think he was official captain.
Right. I think Akshar and Rajat Patidar are probably the brand new captains.
I feel Rahane will do very well.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, KKR has been a good team, although they changed quite a bit.
Look, Rahane has always been a good captain. In Brisbane, he won the game for us. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But
He's a
again,
good captain.
not so much as a white ball captaincy, but let's see. Okay, so I'll first begin with a quick open-ended question to you guys. What new record are you going to see in this IPL? Or what are you expecting, or what are you wishing? What's your wish list for this IPL? Maybe that's an open question.
I have two things that I'm watching for. That
Okay.
is, we are bringing in the saliva, allowing saliva back.
I
Yes.
was about to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then second thing is that you have a second ball option because of dew. So on the 11th over, the umpire can judge to take a second new ball, not a new ball, second ball, and
Yeah.
it's only allowed in the day-night match to remove the dew factor.
Is it only in the second innings, or does it matter?
Only second innings, and
Only the second innings, though.
in the second innings and in the day-night match. I have to check if it's allowed in the first innings, but it's only in the day-night match.
Okay. Is that a request from either team, or is it an umpire's discretion?
That I have to double click on that, but that's the thing.
I
It's an option.
I saw the headline. I haven't
I
seen
read
it.
it as the bowling side, because they're the one who's gripping the ball, right? So
Yeah, so
that's
they
what
will
I was
request.
told. But again, I
It's
didn't
an
read
option. An option. They will request it and they can take it. Right. That's how it is.
I'm already expecting a few controversial calls, bad timing.
Yeah.
They changed the ball at this time, and the things changed, and yeah, I'm sure.
But saliva could make a little bit of a difference during the game and the early part of the game.
Yes.
I think that's huge, though. I think
Yeah, I actually wanted to go deeper on that. So, how much does saliva versus sweat make a difference on the ball? And is that another new controversy to be cropped up sometime in the middle of the tournament?
Look, in my opinion, it is not. It will not be. The reason being, it was always till the COVID hit, right? That was a part of the game. I mean, you could use the saliva.
Yeah.
COVID ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾನೇ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ change ಆಗಿದ್ದು. I think and I think with the saliva, I think it gives sweat is salt, saliva is not salt. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of shine that can retain, or a little bit of a movement based on the wetness of the ball, because of the saliva, not because of the sweat. I believe that could change a little bit. Again, is it going to be a match winner? Probably not. That could change, tilt a little bit in the favor of the bowling side at that moment. Again, we have to watch and see it. I think that's how I look at it for the time being now.
But it's also a double-edged sword for me, if I think that, because it's only 20 over game, if you maintain extra shine because you want to take that advantage for the seamers using saliva, you might lose out on the advantage a spinner might have, isn't it?
Correct. But the way I'm looking at it again, I'm not too sure how it's going to work out, but if you're going to use the saliva on one side of the ball, keep the shine going, that could be a little bit of a reverse swing, not necessarily in the terms of a longer format of the game. But
yeah, reversing in a T20, I don't know.
No, but again, it still could. I remember. Yeah. I mean, it could catch an edge. It could catch an outside edge. It catches the point, third man. I mean, I'm only guessing.
Yeah.
Since they allowed it, there's an opportunity for that. Doesn't mean that's going to change the stat of the match, but I'm sure it'll have some effect on it.
Yeah, good.
So the saliva will definitely give an advantage for reverse swing.
Right.
So reverse swing. So wherever you have scuff marks on the white ball, which has a very different scuff mark. So exactly if you have the ball in the side top edges, there if you put the saliva, if that is removed, that is negating the reverse swing right now. So the impact of the ball between the seam and the center, whichever area is there, which have got hit by the bat and the shot and stuff, there it has the white ball protrudes. If it protrudes out a bit, if it is the saliva puts it down faster.
Puts it down. Yeah.
And then typically sweat, if you rub, nobody get more of them. Most of them don't get the sweat in the forehead. They use the armpit or something. But when you cannot target in a certain area. Saliva precisely where the ball was hit, you can target.
The other one I'm thinking, Windy, correct me if I'm wrong, it has a little bit more softness to the saliva versus when you use the sweat, it's more sweat than salt than the other thing that you get in the saliva. It could impact a little bit for the new ball. And again, as I said, the scuff mark would go down and little smoother and a little bit shinier is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So they tried once with Vaseline and stuff, but the problem was your hand gets sticky by using it. So they use this non-oily moisturizer sometime that was asked to be allowed, so that we go away from this unhygienic sweat or something, so that you remove the oil factor out of it. So that, because if you start using Vaseline, your hand becomes oily, right? You can't clean your hand back. So the non-greasy moisturizer is something that we can use. Is what
you're talking about, the famous John Lever.
John Lever, yeah. Yeah. By the way, it is the 400. It is the 400th match of Dhoni. It's a record.
10 more matches to go.
10 more matches to go. This season, he'll hit
9 or 10 matches to go. T20, not IPL, but T20.
400 T20 for anybody. It will be a record.
Wow.
Yeah, he's there for record for sure.
Okay.
I wanted to ask about one thing before you all go with your open-ended question, and I don't know how true it is. I'll ask Somu and Vinay. Apparently, this is about Virat Kohli, and this is, I don't know about IPL or something, but this was a very interesting point Virendra Sehwag made, and I observed as well. So the question was, why was Virat Kohli getting out on the edge of the offside and got caught in the slip and stuff, right? And this happens to me, so I could resonate it. As you get older, and I want to really talk to an ophthalmologist and stuff, your peripheral vision falls down, right? And when you use contact lens, there is no spherical aberration corrections in contact lens. It's only the straightforward stuff. So when you do a peripheral vision, because his bat comes from right outside off stump and stuff, so, and he looks a guy who tries to drive straight for his cover drives. So there is a gap in his peripheral vision. And so that is something that causes him to, that it's a very inch and a millimeter difference that causes it. And apparently Sehwag said he faced it. He didn't struggle as much as Kohli, because Sehwag played more half-side horizontal shots, right? And straight and this one, but he's the guys who play cover drive. It's exactly in that field of vision for him, and because he comes from the outside off stump. So, and I saw him correct it in the recent T20, in the Champions Trophy and stuff, right? Where he took a middle and off guard to negate it. And then whenever he had left arm bowlers bowling, he took his left leg more outwards. More inwards. So that his bat doesn't come straight, it comes in a curve. I thought that adjustment was super critical. So I'm curious what all he'll do in this IPL.
Yeah.
Look. Again, you're talking two different cricket, according to what I'm going to tell you. I mean, you may agree or disagree, or somebody. See, longer format. You have 3 slips and a gully, 2 gullies, whatever you want to have. Okay, now with the limited over, you might have a slip and a gully, or probably a fly slip, or whatever you want to call that. The slip cordon will be kind of vacant in a shorter format. Forget about T20. T20 is not typical cricket that you play. Yes, I agree with you on the peripheral view, and also added to that is, as you age, again, I found it. I was not as quick as I was at 17, 18, 19, 20, was at 27, 28. Okay? I mean, you're younger than Virat Kohli is. Your movement, in that environment with Michael Stark bowling or Josh Hazelwood bowling or whoever is bowling, they're pretty quick. Okay, they can really use that 1/100th of a second if you mean to. They can use that. So with his vision and the bat speed, or the speed that he comes to the in front of the thing, that will have a little bit of an effect to do that. And as you said, he was taking a different stance I mean, guard. Now he has moved to the off and middle, or whatever you said that. That probably negated some of it, but not all of it. Again, going back to the thing, longer format is a little bit more difficult because they can catch it versus the one in the shorter format. Are we on? I lost the picture.
No.
Okay.
No, I
I'm
think
sorry.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, good point. I think, yeah, I mean, it shows, right? This, right? I mean, Champions Trophy, you could see, I mean, yes, it's a different format, but you can see that he has done some homework and he was seriously trying to be, useful in a way, if I can, because I mean, he was completely, invisible after the first test in Australia. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I am looking forward to seeing some good new domestic Indian players shine, and not the same old, the international stars or even the established Indian stars. I mean, there's nothing much to see from the Kohlis and the Rohits, and God forbid even Dhoni. But I'd probably want to see someone like the youngsters who are like Mushir Khan or even some of the
Tilak Verma, for instance.
even someone like Patidar and others who are in the fringe, Padikal. I mean, not just RCB, but I mean, I'm just saying like some of the players, Mayank Agarwal or what was the other guy? Shashank Singh. He did so well for Punjab last year.
Correct, Shashank Singh.
Those guys, I would like to see some of those domestic Indian players who can come and challenge the existing, Pandyas and Suryas and Kohlis, so that the Indian cricket actually gets better. And I mean that is the main purpose of the birth of this IPL anyway.
I'm hoping it'll be Ramandeep Singh.
Sure.
Ramandeep Singh.
Yeah.
And then I am really looking forward for Ryan Parag to succeed because he's going
Ryan
to be
Parag, yeah.
I think probably,
he's going to be the captain for the first 3 games for RR. He's going to be the captain for the first 3 games. So
why is he capped? I saw that. I mean, so Sanju is still playing. He's not keeping.
Sanju
first
is
3 games he's injured, I guess.
His finger is injured, so he's an impact player. He can bat, but he can't field or keep.
Yeah.
So he's coming in as an impact player.
Right. That's what I heard. I mean, I forgot about the impact player. They did say that he's not gonna keep, but he will be batting. But then Riyan Parag is captaining. Like, why is that? So yeah, that explains.
Impact player. Yeah, he's an impact player, Sanju Samson, for the first 3 games. And Surya Kumar is going to captain for Mumbai for the first game.
Yes. And that's because Hardik was
banned for 1 match.
Yeah. Well. So on that note,
there is this guy that I want you all to watch called Prince Yadav from Lucknow Super Giants. Just watch his bowling. So many will like it. Prince Yadav. His action is pretty good. I want him to succeed. Prince Yadav from
I heard about him.
Yeah, Lucknow Super Giants. So I'm hoping that he will. Vinay, I want him to be your buoy. Let's see. I'm hoping. I'm hoping he'll be your buoy.
Oh, I can't wait then.
One established player, I think he will actually do much better this year is KL Rahul. I think he's really in great form. He has some amazing confidence, finishing off games for India in crucial games as well in the middle order. But I don't know if he's going to open our middle order in Delhi. But he's no burden of captaincy. Yet they have a pretty good team. So I mean he's been consistently giving 400 plus 500 for last few years, but I think he's gonna have a phenomenal breakout year as well this year. I mean, not that he needs it anymore, but I mean I think he will be there.
Yeah, one thing going for him is he's not burdened as a captain. That's a good. That's one thing, and also it's a brand new team with a brand new coach or whoever it is. And looks like as much as I mean, I'm sure you might disagree with me. If Faf and the other guy, whatever is gives a good opening stand, he might come back at number 3 and really have a great.
Probably, I think so.
But probably if they dent like first 5 overs, he can come back and really start.
Yeah, and this JFM kid he was phenomenal last year, but since that IPL, he's been complete dud. So I won't be surprised if he fails for the first 3-4 games. He might be just benched, and they might go back to KL or someone else as opener. But I don't see JFM doing so well
You think
again.
so?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
any new record? Do you think anyone will see a 300 score breached, or a faster 50 or 100 breached, or any other bowling records? Any takers for
Well,
300?
but I mean, you know what? My take will be, if anybody can do it, Head and Abhishek probably are the best shot.
Of all the teams, I think SRH is one team that has kept most of their team members from last year.
I want to say that Head will not succeed in this IPL.
I hope so, but yeah.
I feel in the last 3-4 matches they have figured out. I saw the Big Bash League also. There is something that they have figured out of a team. So they would something I says me that he will struggle, but he'll be wrong because
I'm expecting Varun to open the bowling when KKR plays SRH.
Wow.
Yeah, for Head.
Yeah.
Jumping the gun here. From the initial looks of the team, of course, all the teams look always good, and you'll never know, but I mean, something will turn out to be like SRH did last year, or some other team which like MI or CSK did last year, when they just kept going down and down. Let me start with Vinay. Who's your top 4 playoff teams?
I think I have to put Delhi up there because one KL. I think they have a strong.
Delhi is a very good team, actually. I mean, with Akshar as captain. I mean, again,
Akshar as captain.
he's not. I'm not sure about his captaincy record, but team looks great. with Fab, KL, and JFM, and Stark, and
I think they're a very, very deep team. It's a lot of kind of experience, right? A lot of experienced players, not young players. So I think they'd be up there for me. I think another one I would put up there is probably KKR, just because defending champions. So you can't count them out. I would say it's hard for me to pick a 3 and a 4, but I will comment on 2 teams. I think one, I want to see how RR will be this year without Butler. I think that's going to be an interesting storyline because I know they were very
heartbroken. Butler is in GT,
yeah. So they were obviously heartbroken to let him go, right? So we'll see what happens with them. I'm interested to see that, and then I'm also honestly interested to see what happens with RCB, because this is the first time, as you guys know, they didn't pick any big star names. They didn't, spend the entire kitty on 1 or 2 players, and then number 2, they really bolstered their fast bowling, but I think that it came at the detriment of no spin bowling. So I think I'm curious to see how that's going to work in Chinnaswamy specifically. So it's hard for me to pick a 3 and a 4, but I think those 2 teams stand out to me as there's a huge variable there. They could either do really well or really bad.
What was heartening to see from RCB was that the biggest bid went to Bhuvi. They went with an Indian pacer to be the richest bid in an auction. I think it's probably the first time.
I just want to say one thing about Bhuvi. Yeah. It's disappointing to see Bhuvi. SRA did not pursue him. I mean, that's kind of I expected them to keep him. Yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, who's your top 4?
As Vinay said, KKR because of the defending, Delhi because they're one of my favorites with Akshar and KL and the top 2 openers. I have to go back to SRH for the simple reason they have a phenomenal batting lineup with Cummins being the captain. I think he can do some wonders there. 4th one, oh God, it's a toss up between. God, why am I not crazy about RCB? Boy, you know what? Shreyas Iyer, whatever that
Yeah.
team is.
Well done, Punjab.
Punjab.
Yeah, Punjab is a very good team actually.
Yeah.
Right. And Vinod?
For me, it's this time I will go with RCB, CSK, Mumbai, and Delhi.
I was about to
Man.
say, I was about to say no pick for no nobody picked CSK and MI, but yeah, I mean I think it's been too long for MI to keep failing with so many very good T20 players. I have a feeling MI, GT, and SRH are definitely my top three. With the teams they have and the bench they have, because every team will have a great 11 or 12, no doubt, right? But I mean, again, but this with such a long tournament, you always need a bench because you cannot play with the same 11 or 12, not even 15 for such a long tournament. And I think there are some 20 really good players in those three. GT, MI, and SRH for me are really, really top three. The fourth one, I'll probably lean towards Punjab, slightly nudging over Delhi because of Shreyas Iyer and Ponting combination. And they have, Maxwell, Stoinis, Marco Janssen, and again, Prabhsimran Singh and Arshdeep are back. Chahal is in Punjab. I
Chahal
think
in Punjab, yeah.
Punjab is. I still don't think Punjab will win the cup, but yeah, I think they should be in top five at least. If I can add Delhi in there, I think those are my top five. I mean, as much as I would like RCB to do something someday, but it's a little, again, not going for the stars, yes, but again, they don't have that kind of a firepower in terms of batting as well as the mystery, like game-changing bowler as well. Like I don't see Bhuvi or Hazelwood to get a fifer and win the match for you. Yes, they will be really good and they will be very economical when it comes to Chinnaswamy. But again, when you go out again, when you have to play the playoffs, remember the playoffs are in Hyderabad and Kolkata, for obvious reasons. So yeah, I don't see them going all the way. Although this is the 18th season of IPL. So you never know what Mr. Number 18 has in store.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
The only reason I picked up those sides are that maturity will win. But I just took the coaching staff of this four seed sides. I looked at it. They are very scientific, and I think senior players like Ashwin and stuff in teams and Hardik Pandya for him to show to be very doing well. There'll be some magic they will do because a lot of young people will go for berserk and they'll just try to make big scores. And it's the month of March and April, so some of these mature teams will do well. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that's my logic of picking the four.
I'm sure. I think CSK and MI will definitely be like 6, if not all 7 wins at home. But I'm slightly nervous about their away record this time. Compared to GT or Punjab and Delhi, who look a little bit more well-rounded for all kinds of grounds. SRH as well, of course. And we now have only one non-Indian captain, Cummins, who is probably the golden boy of cricket of this decade, winning everything and anything.
Yeah, everything you got.
And he did come very close last year to win the IPL as well. I mean, he was in the finals, he won the toss. But yeah, I mean, things didn't go well. So, I mean, you never know. They might come back again. They are that equally strong compared
Something
to...
says me Cummins will give captaincy away halfway. That's what tells me that's where the problem will be for SRH, and they will not make it a top 4. And
what makes you think that?
Is it the fitness?
There is something going on, fitness, and because even in the test matches and stuff, it was not just his brain power, right, around everything. So something says me he's not there 100% like last time.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right, because remember, the WTC final is just 2 weeks after the IPL final. So they may want to conserve some of their
Exactly. That's a gamble that SRH did for keeping him as captain, so they will
Yeah.
have an alternative person. So I don't think he will do the full season.
Speaking of overseas players,
So
any take on Harry Brooks' ban?
I agree with it.
If anyone doesn't know it, so Harry Brook was in the auction. He got picked up by Delhi, was it? Yeah.
Delhi,
Delhi
yeah.
picked them. SRH let him
6.25
go.
crore.
Delhi picked him, and he has now backed off from playing IPL. And as per the new rules from IPL, if it's not injury or you know personal or any major mental issues or health issue or any other reasons, they are going to ban you from playing IPL for the next 2 years.
But did he say why he is backing out? Does
No, it's
anybody
just
know?
focusing on England cricket or whatever. So,
Oh, that's what he said? Okay. Then he should be banned.
I think I agree because I think the biggest thing is, isn't this the second year that he's done this?
Yeah.
This isn't just the first. I think this is the second year that he's pulled out, right?
I don't know about that.
Right, that's why they banned it.
Stokes did it. Stark did it.
I think the couple of things is that when you do a season in the subcontinent and come back again for IPL, it's too much on you. So they were in Pakistan for the Champions Trophy. How much ever you see, it was not a great experience for them. Some of the people lost their valuables. People lost watches. People lost a lot of things in those places in the subcontinent. And same thing happened
really?
last time. So they were coming from a Sri Lanka tour to back to India for IPL. So 2 subcontinent tours
Well,
just
they
become.
also played three.
Yeah.
White ball tour in India as well, where Harry Brook failed really badly. So that might be playing in mind as well.
It looks like he did pull out of the last year as well because of the death of his grandmother. So this is the second year that he's pulling out in a row.
I thought he was in SRH last year, maybe 2 years ago. Okay.
So it's, I think, 2024.
But think about it. I mean, obviously, this is not Pakistan. He got a ton of runs in Pakistan.
Yeah. I think the ban is fair because, especially like I think maybe we're being a little biased because he is a star player, but I think that's why the ban is even more necessary, because it really throws off the balance of a team that has thrown money at a player and done their whole auction strategy around that, and each player is contingent upon each other. Who they pick, revolves around another pick, revolves around another pick. The whole castle falls apart, especially if you have a player at the caliber of Harry Brooks that pulls out. That can completely ruin the balance of an 11. So I think that
it's a butterfly effect. Once you pick someone, your choices change
based on that.
In that auction. Forget about
Exactly.
the team selection later, but during that auction, because you took Harry Brook, you might have missed out, or you might have just ignored someone else like Livingstone or
absolutely. I mean, think about it. He's the perfect storm. He's not only a star player, he's also an overseas player, which also plays into the kind of formula of your 11. So I think he's probably the worst person that can pull out for any team, unfortunately.
I know. I mean, I'm not just saying because he's an English player, but I like the ban anyway. But I'm also glad that Moeen Ali came out in support of the ban.
Yes.
Yesterday he did mention that, I mean, it's fair, I don't think there's any overreaction required to this. I mean, I mean, if I pull out in the middle, I expect to be banned. He said he was,
I think that was made very clear. I mean, he knew it was going to be banned. I mean, he took that chance at the end. I don't know why, but obviously he did that. Since we're talking about this thing, why don't you talk about all the rules? That way, continue with the rules that we have. At least, we talked about the
one major rule I actually really don't like, and I wish it goes away, is this impact player rule. I really am not a big fan. It's just not T20 cricket anymore. And you get 8 or 9 batsmen now, and that's why you see 250, 260, 280 breached regularly, and who knows? I mean, you might even see a 300 score this time, which I hope not. But I just want to see maybe 5 to 8 scores of 230. But I like that sweet spot of 180 to 200 as a nice T20 score. And once in a while, I don't mind 120s and 130s as well. But 260, 280, it's a bit too much.
I mean, the impact player makes a huge difference in terms of bowling as well as batting, okay? if head can come and get 80 in 25 balls, that's
Yeah.
a significant change in the game itself.
Yeah, and then you sit out, you don't need to field, and
Yeah. And he's fit for the next game.
exactly. Yeah.
That impact should go. I mean,
because it's not there anywhere else. I mean, I don't know why IPL has to do it. I mean, again, it was, I think the original reason was, oh, we'll give a chance to an extra Indian player, but
no.
it's not really working out that way. So yes, I mean, you still have to, you cannot have 5 international players, but that doesn't mean you're actually killing the all-rounders career with this.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't really need an all-rounder anymore. You just need 8. You can go with 8 or 9 batsmen and then six bowlers with an impact sub, and that's it. I mean,
if I remember right, I think Washi played very few games in the last IPL,
Washi
right?
did not play much for SRH. Ashwin didn't play much. Remember, he used to come at number 3 or 4 and did so well for RR.
Correct.
And that was a good impact without having the impact role. And I mean, that's what I would like to see. So
yeah, Washi was one of the best power play bowlers for RCB. I think
yeah.
like right before
Yeah.
right before COVID. So
exactly, yeah, he never went more than 30 runs or so in his 4 overs for many games. So
I thought that was one of the rules they're going to kind of kill it, but that they didn't do it. See, what happens is, this is one thing which I have noticed. When you have a 270, 280, the match is almost dead anyway.
Yeah.
90 times 100, unless SRH is chasing.
There were a couple matches last season where, I mean, both teams scored over 250 and chases were successful.
I might have said this before, but what one rule I would like to introduce is similar to impact rule. I would say bring a 12th name to the toss and let the loser of the toss change one player right there, and that's it. That's your 11. Now that because you come with
I know what you mean.
You come with the team to bat first, but because you are now bowling first, make one change allowed on that moment. That's it. And I don't mind that, not just for IPL, for anybody. Like in that way, I lost the toss, I can make one change and move on. End of story.
I think that makes sense, especially in a place like when the IPL was in Dubai and UAE, where
absolutely.
Dubai is
Colombo, like games like Colombo. If you are batting second, I would rather have an extra batter than have an extra spinner, because there's no.
Or you could have a game in Dharmasala.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that can change. That's a good one. Rather than substitute, I would rather go with that.
Absolutely. And if I lose the toss in Chinnaswamy and I have to bat first, which is not a great thing, like chasers win most of the time there, or even Wankhede, then I will pack it up with an extra batter so that I have that extra cushion of 20-30 runs. Or if I'm happy with my batting, I will go with an extra bowler to contain that later, whatever it is. I mean, but give me that option.
Yeah.
Just like many teams are also recommending to completely do away with the toss in tests and let the visiting team choose right away. In that way, you are, yes, go ahead and doctor the pitch, but let the visiting team pick first. I'm still okay with that too.
God, I'm a traditionalist. I won't agree with that. But
I know. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No. What are the other major changes, Kashyap?
The ban impact rule stays. There is no change to any rule, but I mean, apart from saliva, we already talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, does the ball really reverse within 20 overs?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, it gives them a little bit of an edge. Not really, but it would give a little bit of an edge than not, actually.
It depends on your team. The home team may be able to play something with it by making it more drier if you have that kind of a strength, or maybe negate the strength of your opponent by keeping more grass or making it more drier or water the pitch before, whatever it is. Like I think I think those things come apart, but come to play. But again, I'm not sure how much of a control do the home team have on the pitch, though.
Yeah.
Because I know they're kind of leasing the grounds, but can they actually get the pitch they want? I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Right? It's not BCCI. I mean, it's not like.
Like correct. Okay. So then, okay, if you're talking about it, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not. What's then there is, it negates the entire home pitch advantage, if you want to call that, quote unquote. Home crowd bitbitre,
Yeah, I mean, you get
right?
to play 7 games. I mean, so like it's like, oh, India played in all the games in Dubai. Just like that, you get to play 7 games in one ground, and you pick the team and play accordingly. But yeah, I mean, maybe pitch is in your control. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Look. Okay. I just want to go. This has nothing to do with the IPL. I want to go back. I know that the people commented about India having an advantage. You know what? Look, advantage or not,
Dubai,
forget about everything
it's
else.
not one
But
KD.
they stayed in one place. They acclimatized in one place. They were not traveling. There's a lot of things that happens when you're traveling from one to another and
Yeah.
look at different wickets, different environments, different. They know the temperature. They are 95 degrees all the time. But I think you have an advantage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
there is
but
no question.
but is it so big that you actually win the tournament because of that?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
They
I get that.
were
I get that.
really,
But
really
look,
good team. But remember, I mean, they have been a great white ball team for last many years. Like
the reason India won not because of the ground, because they had a great team.
Yeah.
If let's switch from India to New Zealand, I'm just throwing it in there. I mean, probably they would have a
Pakistan played all the games in Lahore. I don't think they would have won it anyway.
so. I mean,
Right? I mean, it's.
I think there is. I think I'm. Look, if somebody made a comment, I said, hey, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Hey, you're right. Maybe you're right. But
Yeah.
India would have won anywhere. That's a different story. But they definitely had a better because they didn't have to get up odd hour. There's a time difference of 4 hours. There's a lot of things that happens.
Yeah. Same ground, same hotel. Yes,
I
different.
mean, you guys heard about like the 2 home grounds for 3 of the teams, right?
Sorry.
I think Delhi has a home match.
Oh yeah,
in
IPL. Yes.
And IPL, yeah.
Yeah, there is 3 teams are playing a couple of games in another. I think Guwahati for RR. Punjab has 2 team two.
Yeah.
One in Dharamsala.
Delhi has Vizag and Delhi.
Why is it just to spread the game, or is there some like date mismatch that you can't have games on these days in Kotla or whatever?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I don't know if it's a scheduling thing that did that, but there's. I think Delhi has Vizag and Delhi, obviously. Punjab has Mulanpur and.
Is Mulanpur Mohali, or is it something new?
I don't know.
Mulanpur is new. Yeah,
must be new.
I wish if that's the case, I would rather have RCB play in a different ground because it's probably the least friendly home ground.
Yeah.
They play in Mysore. Who cares?
Yeah, Gangotri Glades.
Yeah. They're predicting that 300 will come at Chinnaswamy anyway, so.
Sure, I'm sure. Yeah, with this impact rule and stuff, who knows? Maybe even just RCB could do it if Phil Salt goes berserk. But KKR, SRH, they all have batting firepower. I'm expecting the fastest 50 to be broken though. Probably not 100. Fastest 100 is like
you're expecting 12 balls?
Yeah.
13 balls?
9 or 10 balls this time.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Man, you're going on a limb, man. I tell you.
Yeah, I'm expecting
you know what? It could be Abhishek.
Yeah, exactly. Abhishek, again, Phil Salt, or who knows? KL, for that matter, if he opens up and he's like,
he already has 13, right?
All he needs is 8 sixes, right?
Right.
Yeah, you never know.
I have an interesting factoid. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but have you heard of Loveneet Sisodia?
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah.
very very interesting is that I think RCB posted a picture of him and Rajat Patidar recently, and it was a very interesting picture that they posted of them two kind of hugging each other. The story is that Loveneet Sisodia was actually picked as the much ahead of obviously Patidar as an option in 2021 or 2022 season by RCB.
Right.
He's a Bangalore boy, actually. He's from Bangalore. He's actually surprisingly like our neighbor in our apartment
He's our
complex
neighbor,
where
man.
we live.
Really? Oh, I
So
didn't know.
he got
Yeah.
injured during that season, and RCB brought in Patidar to replace him as the wicket-keeping option.
Right.
And now Patidar has gone on to captain
Wait,
RCB.
Patidar was
And
supposed to be a keeper?
Patidar was a keeper that we picked up as a replacement for Sisodia in the 2021 or 2022 season. I don't remember. RCB picked up.
I didn't know
He's
Patidar
gone
can
to
keep.
captain them now, and now Loveneet Sisodia got picked up at KKR. So he's actually if he gets a slot in the 11, he's
Yeah.
obviously behind Quinton de Kock, because that's probably their frontline wicket keeper. But I mean, being a Bangalore boy and being our neighbor, actually, like I'm really rooting for him, because if he didn't get injured, maybe he would have been on the scene. He would have been,
Yeah.
Patidar would have been nobody. It would have maybe been Sisodia we're talking about today. So
Well, one thing that we can easily say, I don't know why, but RCB somehow never really encouraged. Even some of the Karnataka players that they
Oh,
picked, they kept benching them.
I know.
I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, Manoj Bandage is still there in RCB, so maybe he will get some chance. But he did some phenomenal hitting in KPL this time.
Even DDP is on RCB, and he's probably not going to make it into the 11, even though he was an opener for RCB, 5-6 years ago.
I think DDP will be there in the starting 11.
I want him to, but a lot of the analysis I've been reading, he's always 12th man in everybody's list of 11, like probable 11 for RCB. I don't know why no one's including him. So,
but you know what? I actually liked the middle order version of DDP when he played for RR a couple of years ago, because
he got run.
he's also a slightly slow starter as an opener, like just like Kohli and KL. But as a middle order, because you don't have much time, and I think he could pick the spinners better. But again, that's what Patidar does now. So again, they might still see him as a backup opener and bench him. I don't know. But
who did he play in the middle order with? Was it Venki Iyer?
yeah, no, RR for RR.
Oh, an RR, okay.
Yeah, for RR. After Butler and Jaiswal, Samson, he was, 4, or sometimes if Jaiswal got out, he would come in earlier before Samson at 3. And he had some, I think his best strike rate was in that season when RR made it to the finals. That was 23, 22.
Interesting. Before
I don't mind him in the
and
middle
everybody
order.
comes and finishes.
Yeah, but then in the middle order now we have like Livingstone and Krunal and so.
Hey,
Yeah.
one question to Windy and
Windy is
you.
not Windy left.
Windy order now, okay.
Yeah.
Would DK be a factor being a part-time coach and a mentor for RCB?
So I mean, he's if not anything, I think he's a great guy to have in the room. In a way, like he has that very positive intent and like jovial person. So I think it just at least lightens the mood, especially on a bad day. But I'm not sure how much of an impact he will be on as a positive performance wise. But I think he can quickly turn around the team when things go bad. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like he's such a very likable.
Yeah, because I saw some of the games and he was talking to people there. I saw some clip, like 10, 12-minute clip, and he was very intense, and I was talking to people, and he was kind of, maybe,
I think he's going to have a much bigger impact on
his
the
finishing
culture.
rubs off on some of the new guys they have bought in, or even Manoj, or who knows, maybe Padikal at number 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Goes berserk like DK did. Who knows?
I mean, if we're talking about DK, then we should also mention KP for Delhi, right? He's the mentor for Delhi, which I think is a huge thing. Like Imagine the batsmen that they have and how he can help them. You know, they have a lot of
KP,
firepower.
KP is, I think it's a very hit and miss kind of a character forever. You know, like yeah, he can be a great influence on some, but equally negative on many. So he's a very dividing character there. So I don't know how it will be going down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Did either of you see that article on the 9 players in IPL that are playing this season that also debuted in 2008?
I don't know.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
if you
I
want,
saw
I'll
that.
let you guys guess. I have the list in front of me, but if you want to take a guess of
I
the 9
can
players.
say, yeah, Kohli, Dhoni, Sandeep Sharma, Bhuvi. Wait, Bhuvi was
Bhuvi.
it? Right? No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we were there.
No. Bhuvi came in 12 or 13.
No,
Right?
Sandeep Sharma is not there either.
No, really?
No, you
Wow.
got Dhoni. That's an easy one.
Oh,
Kohli,
by the way, Tanmay Srivastav, who played in 2008, is now an umpire.
yes.
I know.
He's now an umpire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who
So
else?
you got the easy ones. You got Kohli, you got Dhoni. There's one more easy one I think that you should get.
Rohit.
Yes, there we go. Sandeep Sharma is not here. Another, I don't say this is an easy one, but
Ishant Sharma.
yeah, there we go. That's one more. Okay.
Ishant Sharma. Probably none of the international players.
Mm-mm.
No.
All should be all. Really? 2008.
I can give you some
Parag?
clues.
Parag?
No Saha. Sorry, what?
Ryan
Not
Parag?
No.
No.
Young Parag. No.
He's very new.
I thought he came in very young. No? Okay.
I mean, he did come very young. I mean, he's only been like 4 or 5 years, I guess.
Do you want some clues?
Yeah, please.
Okay. First clue is he's a captain this year.
Akshat Patel?
Mm-mm.
Ayo, Rahane.
Rahane, there we go.
Rahane.
Yeah.
Okay. One more clue. This is an easy clue, probably. Kannadiga.
Mayank, sorry, Manish Pandey.
Manish Pandey.
Manish.
There we go.
Manish Pandey.
Yeah.
So you have. Let's see. Let's just look at the list. Dhoni, yes. Kohli, yes. Rohit, yes. Manish Pandey, yes. Rahane, yes. Oh, okay. The next two, probably the greatest spin bowling duo in Indian history.
Ashwin.
Wow.
Ashwin played in 08.
Ashwin Jadeja.
Ashwin and Jadeja.
Wow. Yeah,
And
Jadeja.
then,
Of course, RR Rockstar. I
and then
didn't
you said Ishant Sharma, correct?
Sorry?
You said Ishant Sharma, correct?
Yeah, Ishant Sharma.
Yeah.
So we got
Yeah.
8.
One more I would not have gotten. I don't even know this guy. You may know him. Gosh,
No.
this is a crazy name. I don't know if you'll ever get this name.
Any clue?
First name and last name is the same initial.
Wow.
Kind of like a Sandeep Sharma.
Huh. Ooh.
Wow. I might know him.
I've never heard of him.
Parthiv Patel is not there.
Nope.
PP.
Yeah. Huh. I'm sure I know the name, but something needs to be.
You'll know the name. Knowing you'll know the name, but I think it'll be a shocker.
Huh.
Who's that?
That old?
His name
Mohit
is Swapnil Singh.
Sorry?
Huh?
Swapnil Singh.
Wow.
Swapnil's
Wow.
IPL career is the outlier of this group. His first franchise was MI in 2008, but he had to wait until 2016 to actually debut for Kings 11 Punjab. Last year, Swapnil Singh was 33. He fell into the midst of a dream run with RCB.
Yeah.
Running as a backup left-arm spinner, he forced his way into the 11 and became an integral part of the 6-game winning streak that propelled them into the playoffs. This earned him an RTM and a pay raise with the mega auction ahead of the season. But he was
Wow.
He was the only RTM from RCB.
So he was with MI in 2008 apparently, but he waited till 2016 to make a debut with Kings 11 Punjab.
Interesting.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. I cannot even remember him. I know his name, but last year he
I
played
know
well
him.
for
He did well last year. I mean, he had a
Yeah.
He had a very good season, like you said, in the second half when we won, 6 on the trot.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's that old? Let's see.
He's 34.
Man, that's a
this-
long career for him.
Yeah.
34 is he's my age. So he's that means he started 2008. He was 16. He was 16 years old.
17. Wow.
Yeah, he debuted in 2006 for Ranji. Wow. Okay.
Who did they play, Ranjay?
Baroda.
Baroda. Oh, okay.
Baroda, yeah.
Baroda. RCB, Uttarakhand, Baroda, Kings XI Punjab, LSG, and MI. Wow. Wow,
But-
no takers for LSG, huh?
Yeah, nobody picked. I think all we don't like the owner.
I know.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think LSG also has such a well-rounded team as well. I mean, yes, there is DPP and Mayank Yadav and but
Yeah, no, he's not playing first 4, 5, 6 games.
yeah. I mean, with these fast bowlers, they will start with 4 games, but you never know. They might completely fall off the season.
Okay, talking about
Bumrah.
Bumrah, what happened?
I hope he does not play the entire IPL. I don't care what happens to him or MI, but I want him for the England Test series.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think there is
I
more
would
to
rather
it than
have
everybody
him
knows.
play. I would rather have him start now and feel the pinch and go away than, come back in the second half and play till the finals and then break down.
But look, I know I don't trust anything. The reason being, it same thing happened last time. We went for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Okay, it was supposed to be for a short break, right? This time also, there was supposed to be a short break. It didn't happen. It's longer now,
No.
and
Yeah.
there is more to it than anybody knows.
Remember, Shane Bond, who's been working closely with him, did mention. Is he still the bowling coach for MI? I'm not sure. Shane
I think
Bond
so, yeah.
mentioned that if there is one more back injury on the same spot for Bumrah, it might end his career.
So they
Is
have
it the
Paras
second one or the
Mambre
first
as the
one?
bowling coach, but Paras Mambre is the bowling coach from MI.
Okay.
But, Shane Bond did mention that because he was the first one to ever get back surgery, right? So he did say
his career ended because of the multiple, injury at the same spot. Anyway, I mean,
correct.
Yeah, him and Bruce Reed are big, like 2 big examples of what if for me. I mean, Bruce Reed. I mean, I'm sure someone remembers, was such an awesome left-arm pacer. He still has some great record, but it's just that
Great record, yeah.
he didn't complete. I mean, he didn't play
See, only one bowler in again. Not, I don't think you have seen him anywhere. Dennis Lilly, he came from an entire new this thing and came back in like 20, 30 years ago, right? I mean, the medicine was not that great at that time. He came back. My goodness, he was the greatest, fast bowler in the world.
Only fast bowler who's never been out for any of such injuries, Kapil Dev.
Yeah.
He was dropped once because he played a rash shot in the previous game. And so they could not avoid the follow on, and he played a rash shot, and Gavaskar actually dropped him. That was a huge controversy at that time. Because there was always this Delhi versus Bombay thing. But I mean, he's the only pacer, forget the fast bowler, even the seamer, who'd never been injured out.
And mind you, if you have watched his action, right? It's not a very smooth. I mean, smooth, but a lot of pressure on his back.
One of the best actions, isn't it? They say
Yeah.
he's
Well, no,
one of the
great
most
action.
healthiest actions.
I mean, great sidearm action, beautiful sidearm action, but that put a lot of pressure on his back too.
Really? Because Akram used to say that, yes, I mean, don't ever copy my action. My action is not good, to sustain. But he used to say, Kapil and Imran are the 2 greatest actions that are the most healthiest.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, Lilly, Imran. I mean, Imran, I tell you, Lilly and Imran both. I tell you, it's just a model pace bowling.
Yeah. Imran's was very majestic run up as
Oh
well.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that high jump in the
yeah.
end.
High jump, right? Oh my God. And a great bowler. My goodness, I tell you, very handsome man too.
All right, so I think we are about time. It's 8 o'clock now, so we'll wrap this up, and hopefully we can meet up again in a week or two and analyze the first set of games and see how the trends catch up.
So you know what? Let's do it another week. Next week, Maran. Just to get
We'll get the
something, you know.
first view of this all the new teams and see how it goes. And
Right. Yeah, everybody had played one game, right? By then.
I'm sure. At least two by the end of next week. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. All right.
Thank you,
All right.
everyone.
See you
Thank
guys.
you. Bye bye.